And I just so happened to be, up after her. And Danielle, it's funny that you talked about the commandments. You should know those very well, since you were around when they were written. A friend of mine who's very religious told me he does not believe in fossils. I told him to come to the open mic and meet Danielle Boletto. I could change his mind.
The guys have sex with her, so that's good for you, bro.
Danielle once showed some skin on stage, also known as making half the audience leave. There's a lot of hurricanes going on. I saw on CNN the guy was explaining the size of Irma. He said it's twice as big as Hurricane Andrew, which was the last big hurricane that hit Florida. Which means you could fit 2 Andrews inside of Irma. Shows you what a slut she is. Danielle knows a little bit about that. She once had 2 Andrews. Actually, there was 3 guys, but one was named Bill. He was behind.
Should say Jose.
What else happened in, there was millions of people that evacuated that hurricane down there, and now they're getting ready to get hit again.
But there was still dozens of people who refused to leave Florida even though that hurricane was coming. But it's okay, they were planning on committing suicide that weekend anyway. So it worked out for them, really, to be honest. Irma, I know this is getting fucking dated already, this Irma shit, but I haven't even had a chance to go through this yet. Irma sounds like one of my grandma's old racist friends. That's why she took out so many, black neighborhoods. Robots are going to be replacing people in the workplace. It's happening already. Everywhere you go, you're going to see robot employees. And they're going to do it in the restaurant business, which means thousands of open mic comics and actors are going to be unemployed. Don't forget to tip your robot. Robots, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the landscaping industry. Once, robots are mowing lawns. Trump won't even have to do anything. Really looking for work. Some of those robots are going to be very self-involved, especially the ones that work at the plant where they make themselves. Did you guys hear about this one? This is kind of disturbing. Apparently, we are on so many antidepressants that it's ending up in the water supply, and the fish in the Great Lakes region are being found addicted to Prozac. Yeah, fishermen are taking advantage and using it as bait. Those one I wrote for Conan. No, I do have a camel joke. I also, about the Prozac. Scientists are afraid that it's going to make its way into the oceans. And then marine biologists will have to rename blue whales to well-adjusted whales. So much drugs in our tap water now. Doctors are just skipping a step and just telling us to drink 8 to 12 glasses per day. It's all in there. Everything he needs in there. I don't have a light yet. Good. Okay, tell me if you think these jokes are too mean. How about this one? Someone told me this is racist. I have neighbors, really good friends of mine. We get high all the time together. It just so happens they're Muslims from Iran. They're Muslim stoners. That's what I call my Muslim stoner buddies. Well, they had the same nickname back in Iran, but they didn't smoke pot there, and their stones were all bloodstained. What else? Oh, this terrible thing, I gotta share this with you. When I was a kid, I was involved in a horrible head-on collision. Killed my entire family and 2 people in the other car. I was the lone survivor. And to this day, I still feel guilty about it. But in my defense, I shouldn't have been driving. I was only 9 years old, so. Like, I could barely see over the steering wheel. Another thing happened to me in college. My friends threw me a surprise party. They didn't tell me until I was actually getting my dick sucked that it was a tranny surprise party. Then, one time, I was on a road trip. I was like driving 6 hours straight. I stopped and picked up a hitchhiker. Dude got in. And I drove the next 45 minutes gay. Or bi, as Hilton would call it. Alright, has it been 4 minutes yet?
It's 6.
I'm sorry, I didn't see the light. Oh, can I go? These ones, okay, it's kind of stupid, but here's one. I used to have a job where I could get high all day long and watch Dazed and Confused. It's pretty cool. See, I worked at a nursing home and I used to steal these patients' pills, and that's what I used to call them. I nicknamed them Dazed and Confused. They had no idea what was going on some days. So last summer, I saw this baby and it was locked in a hot car. But I don't think the baby knew it was stolen. And I'm not a snitch, so I didn't tell anyone.
Oh, God.
Which reminds me of what happened last winter when I saw a baby that was freezing. This time, I have no idea how it got into the freezer in my garage.
Oh, God.
But I wasn't about to touch it because, you know what, I've already had the couple strikes. See, what happened was I had this girl who was really into being choked. But I never watched anyone die before, right? Because she would only let me do it blindfolded. So they're saying, like, if I kill like 2 more people this year, I'm gonna be a serial killer, like an accidental serial killer. You accidentally become a serial killer. This is just reckless behavior, is really all it is. Okay, I'll leave you with one last joke that I hope you like. Oh, here it is. Another thing happened to me. When I was in college, I went on spring break to Mexico, and an amazing thing happened to me. I was saved by Jesus. It's true. I was drowning, he jumped right in, pulled me out. Now, everyone at the resort called him Jesus, but I don't speak Spanish. So every year, I send him a birthday card for Christmas. So he can remember me. All right, Jesus loves you guys. Thank you for listening. Brian Anthony Miller, baby.